Okay everybody, here's the review I'm going to do on this new Savage Predator 10 Max 1 6.5 by 284. If you've watched any of my long range videos, I just have one out so far. Shooting at that 950 yard target and then again at a 465 yard target. I thought I'd go over the gun with you and give you my thoughts on this particular rifle. This is fairly new now. I have about 50 rounds through it. A big portion of those were break-in. Doing the break-in procedure on the rifle itself. Let's start back at the back, I suppose. There again, it's the Max 1 Accu stock, which is a full aluminum bedded. This is all factory Savage components here as far as the gun itself. The Accu trigger, which was adjustable. I adjusted it as light as it would possibly go. I got it down to 1.7 pounds according to the gauge, trigger gauge. Coming forward, the base I have on this thing is a Weaver 20 MOA base. The rings are Weaver tactical rings. The scope is a Night Force 5.5 by 22 by 56 NXS. The scope level is the Vortex. Moving forward, I got Harris bipods. It's the 13-inch extend out to 26-inch. These are the non-swivel. These are fairly old bipods. I've been using them for years and love them. I could see where the swivel would be handy if you're a hunter and you're shooting off of a hillside. You could level yourself out easier than with this style. I did have to see that little piece of foam underneath right there. I did have to put a shim underneath there to keep those bipods from rattling that barrel. Now the barrel is the heavy barrel. It's fluted. The reason I chose this weapon is not only am I a target shooter, but I am a hunter. And I wanted something that was going to be accurate, reasonably lightweight, since I'll be packing around the mountains of Idaho, which are nasty if you ever done that, and something that I could shoot whitetail and elk with out to 600-700 yards comfortably. That is one reason I chose this gun, and I've heard such good reports on this particular rifle about how well they shoot, and I can vouch for that. This gun here is probably one of the most, I've only had two guns factory that shot extremely accurate. One was a Ruger, the VT, and a 22-50, and then this one, which is a 6.5 284 again. These guns shoot excellent. I have this one zeroed at 200 yards, and in 4 shots I can, after I zeroed and did some more shooting, I was able to put 4 shots inside of a dime at 200. So anyway, let's see the sling. This is a pretty unique sling. Most people that haven't seen this sling, it's all rubber. It's 1.5 inches wide, made by Outdoor Specialty Products. You can wear it like a backpack. It splits in half. Real heavy duty. This is their Magnum version of their sling. If you've ever carried a gun over about 8 or 9 pounds in the woods or wherever with a sling, you know that thing will start biting into you and it starts to hurt. This gun actually weighs in at about 10.5 pounds now, all decked up. But this sling here, it bounces as you walk. It kind of absorbs a lot of the shock of the gun. And this is my second one. I had another one on my 22-50. This is my second one, and I don't think I'll ever buy another sling again. Again, Outdoor Specialty Products, long Magnum version. This has a box magazine. Slips right up inside. This is a long action gun, which I love that Savage did. Here are my particular loads right here. I'll go over my loads real quick. Lupa. Well, this is actually Norma brass. I haven't been able to scrounge up any more Lupa. I had to go out and buy 2 boxes of HSM loaded ammunition just to give myself brass. And I can honestly say the loaded HSM ammo for me didn't group worth a darn. The bullets were sank way down in. The COAL was real short. And I don't know what powder they used. I pulled one apart and just couldn't figure out what their powder was. But what I'm using, this particular one is a Norma brass. I'm using a Winchester primer. I'm using 51 grains of Hodgson's 4831 shortcut. Bullet is a 140 grain Berger VLD target. The COAL on this is 3.228 is what Berger recommended. I tried it. It actually, they shoot awesome. I mean, they're just an incredible bullet. So that's my particular load that I'm using. If any of you are looking to buy a Predator type gun in the 6.5 definitely check out this Savage. I've never been a big Savage fan over the years, but here in the last couple of years I've been doing a little more looking because I was wanting something bigger than my 22-50 for long range shooting. And the more I looked, the more the Savage came up. And so I started researching different Savages, and I was kind of debating on what caliber I wanted to go with. But this caliber, of course, this caliber's, if you know anything about 6.5 284, you know it's a long range flat shooting gun. A lot of your bench rest shooters use it. But this gun, I actually found a local guy here who has this exact gun, and he's the one who actually finally sold me on it. His is the same caliber. He's using different bullets, but he's having just as good luck with his as I am mine. Just an excellent, excellent gun. I'm very impressed. Now my break-in procedure consisted of fire 1 shot, clean the bore. All the way through 10 shots, clean the bore between every shot. Then shoot 5, clean. Do that 5 times, so you're shooting a total of 25 there, and 10 the first go around, so that's 35 shots for your break-in period. And you know, I don't know, it's shooting real good, so I'm not going to say one way or another if it worked or didn't work, but I did that, and now I just pull a bore snake through it after I shoot, just clean the little bit of the fouling out. I don't want to take a lot of the copper fouling out. I want that equilibrium in the copper fouling to get up, and that's probably going to take several more rounds to get there, probably over 100, 150 rounds I would assume to get to that point. But as of right now, this gun is excellent if you're looking for a long-range varmint or deer or elk rifle. Check out this Predator Max 1 Model 10. They make it in several different calibers. Also, you left-handers, as you can tell, I'm a lefty. Your left-handers out there, you can get this in several different calibers. The Creedmoor, I believe, 308, 223, several different calibers, and I don't know them all off the top of my head, but they had it in a 6.5 284, which is what I ended up deciding on. As far as barrel life goes, if I get 1,000 rounds or 1,200 rounds out of this gun, I'll be happy. I don't shoot as much as your bench rest shooters do. You know, I might shoot, I don't know, 20 or 30 rounds a month, maybe. During summer, maybe a little more. During winter, I don't hardly shoot at all. So if I get 1,000 rounds, that's many years of use out of this barrel, and the barrel's $300. I'm really not that worried about it. So there's my basic review on a Savage Model 10 Max 1 Predator in a 6.5 284. I'll do a video also on my scope cam setup, so that will be coming up. Be watching for it. Thank you.